What's up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Ravi Wadden, and in today's video, I want to share an amazing lease deal that we have on DriveMatch.com. We have multiple 2024 Dodge Hornet RT Plus E all-wheel drives. And ladies and gentlemen, we've negotiated amazing lease deals on the Dodge Hornet RT Plus E all-wheel drives on DriveMatch.com. So what we'll do in this video, in the first part of this video, I'll take you to DriveMatch.com. We'll go over this lease special in detail, and I'll show you how you can get a monthly payment as low as $199 a month on this 2024 Dodge Hornet. Then in the second part of this video, what we'll do is we'll run my 1.25% rule of leasing on this Dodge Hornet, and that's just a value metric to show you why leasing this SUV is such a good deal and why it's a financial no-brainer compared to financing or buying this car. And then in the third part of this video, what we'll do is we'll quickly look at the finance payments compared to the lease payments, and I'll show you guys why leasing this car is a no-brainer and why this lease is a tremendous lease in terms of value. So if you could like this video for the algorithm, it would be greatly appreciated. But with that, let's go ahead and jump into the computer behind me. All right, so here we are on DriveMatch.com. I'm just gonna click on View Available Deals, and here you can see all of the lease deals that we have currently. I'm just gonna filter by Dodge and hit search. And as you can see, we have two Dodge Hornets that pull up. One can be leased for $390 a month plus tax, and one can be leased for $425 a month plus tax. But let's go ahead and click on this gray cray. These Dodge colors are crazy, the names that they use. But let's click on the gray cray Dodge Hornet, and let's go ahead and dive into the details. Now, as you can see, the due at signing is $3,000, and that includes your first month's payment, the dealer fees, state registration fees, and acquisition fees. And then you have a DriveMatch fee of $500 for a total of $3,500 that's due at signing. Now, a lot of you ask me, hey, Ravi, can I make this a true sign and drive lease? Well, what I can tell you with assurance is that we can reduce the due at signing amount to $1,500 and then take the remaining $2,000 and roll that into your monthly lease payment. So you'd only have to put in $1,500 in total drive-offs, and that's on approved credit. Now, if we go ahead and scroll down, you'll see that the exterior color, is gray cray. The interior color is black. And then here, if we click on packages, you'll get all the packages that this car has, and you'll see that the monthly payment is lower to $199 per month for current owners or lessees of any competitive vehicle brand other than Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is just a conquest rebate. It's what they call a conquest rebate in the car industry. And all this means is that if you own, or your partner or somebody who lives in your household owns, or even somebody who is potentially co-signing on your next lease, if they own any brand other than Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram, you'll get a conquest rebate, and that will lower the monthly payment from $390 a month, as you can see here, all the way down to $199 per month. And this is what manufacturers use. They use conquest rebates to attract customers that are maybe currently driving a Ford or a Chevy or a Honda or a Toyota, any other manufacturer, and that's how you get approved for that conquest rebate, and you get sweet deals like this one. Now, this particular vehicle is located in Maryland, and if you wanted to pick this vehicle up in person, you could do that. It would be no charge to you, but it's also available for residents of Connecticut, Delaware, Maine, New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, and Rhode Island. And on the next page, you'll see all of the shipping information because we do provide you with a shipping estimate. And you'll see that the vehicle MSRP is a little over $49,000, and this offer is a 24-month lease that is at 10,000 miles a year. And if you need a 12 or a 15,000 mile a year lease, you can get that. Now, if I wanted to get this car, all I do is click on lease for $390 a month. And don't worry about the $390 a month that you see here if you qualify for conquest, because what we'll do is, you just go through the process of getting this car, and then on the back end, what we would do when you're doing all the paperwork, we would make sure that you are approved for that conquest rebate and get that low monthly payment of $199 a month. Now, on this page here, you're going to get more information about the car. You're going to see your one-time fees, which we sort of covered. We covered the due at signing and the DriveMatch fee of $500. But now you'll see that the shipping fee is approximately $500, and that's because the zip code that I'm using in my profile is 11101, which is a New York City zip code. So to get this car shipped from where it's located in Maryland to New York City is going to cost me about $500. And if we look at the monthly payment estimate, you'll see the base monthly payment is $390, $199 if you qualify for the conquest rebate. Then we have the monthly tax estimate for a total estimated monthly cost of $429 a month. And what we try to do here is give you a worst case scenario. The last thing we want to tell you, and this is all leases on DriveMatch, is tell you one number and then the number is higher, or give you a monthly payment and the monthly payment actually, ends up being higher. We try to be fully transparent with all of our pricing, all of our fees. And that's why when we have this due at signing and DriveMatch fee, of $3,500 combined, you're not going to pay a penny over that. We've already factored in first month's payment, dealer fees, acquisition fee, and registration fees. And typically when you see due at signing on a manufacturer's ad, let's say, looking at a Toyota lease deal on Toyota.com, that due at signing does not include state registration fees. It doesn't include dealer fees. And that's why we try to be super transparent. And the price that you see is the price that you pay. Now, if I were in the market for this particular Dodge Hornet, all I would do is click on this I agree to pay the DriveMatch fee and place my order and pay the $500 fee. Now in this part of the video, what I want to do is run my 1.25% rule of leasing on this 2024 Dodge Hornet. Now for those of you that aren't familiar with my 1.25% rule of leasing, it's just a rule of thumb that I use to determine whether or not a particular lease deal is a good lease deal in terms of value. So let's go ahead and run the 1.25% rule on this 2024 Dodge Hornet on DriveMatch.com. Now to run the 1.25% rule of leasing on this Dodge Hornet, I'm going to assume that you qualify for the conquest rebate. So your payment would be this $199 per month that you see here at the bottom of the screen. But let's go ahead and get the calculator back up. And to run this 1.25% rule of leasing, all I'm going to do is take the total due at signing amount, which is $3,500. And then I'm going to subtract the first month's payment, which is $199. And that's because it's already included in the due at signing amount. And when I do that, I get $3,301. Now what I'm going to do is divide this by 24, since this is a 24-month lease, and that will divide that due at signing amount into 24 equal parts, and that gives me $137.54. Now if I add the monthly payment of $199 back into this amount, I get a pre-tax monthly payment of $336, and when I multiply this by 1.1 to account for 10% sales tax, I'll get a monthly payment with nothing due at signing, zero out of pocket, including taxes of $370 a month. And when I divide this by this vehicle's MSRP, which is a little over $49,000, I get 0.0076. I'll multiply this by 100 to move the decimal point over 2 spots, and that gives me 0.75%. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the way the 1.25% rule of leasing works is that anytime your monthly payment with $0 down or $0 due at signing in this case, including taxes, is less than 1.5% of the vehicle's MSRP, that's a good lease deal. That's a car that I am definitely leasing. You're not getting a bad lease deal. If your monthly payment with $0 down, including taxes, is less than 1.25% of the vehicle's MSRP, that's a great lease deal. That's even better than sub 1.5%. And if your monthly payment with $0 down, including taxes, is less than 1% of the vehicle's MSRP, that's an amazing lease deal. And this Dodge Hornet is an amazing lease deal. It's not only a sub 1% lease deal, but as you'll see here, it's a 0.75% lease deal, making this lease deal a tremendous lease deal in terms of value, in terms of the bang for buck. And really quickly, just for your reference, I want to show you guys what the monthly payment would be on a car of this price if you were to finance it. So number one, you wouldn't get the $7,500 EV tax credit, which you get in this lease deal on DriveMatch.com because this is a plug-in hybrid, so it qualifies for the $7,500 EV tax credit. Now, if I used a selling price of $49,000, which is the MSRP of this particular Dodge Hornet, a loan term of 72 months, an interest rate of 5%, let's actually make that 0%, just to make this really, really interesting. I have no down payment. I entered New York as my state, a tax rate of 8%, and I included all fees in the loan because that is the same thing as DriveMatch. We include all fees in the loan and taxes and first month's payment. And when I calculate that number, I get a monthly payment of $766 a month. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that's compared to a monthly payment with $3,500 down, of $199 a month plus tax. Even if you make our Dodge Hornet lease deal a zero down lease deal and you roll in the due at signing amount into the lease payment, it's still a sub $400 lease. So you're saving, almost $350 to $400 a month by leasing this car instead of financing it. And, even if you had a crazy dealer discount, let's just say the dealer discounted this car by $15,000, so your selling price was $34,000. Even then, ladies and gentlemen, with 72-month loan at 0% interest rate, your monthly payment is still $541 a month. And that's why, the lease deal on this Dodge Hornet is so incredible. And the best part is with DriveMatch.com is what you see is what you pay. You don't have to go out and look for a dealer that will honor this deal, or you don't have to go out and negotiate. You just pay the $500 DriveMatch fee and the car is yours, and you can even get it shipped to you for a small fee. As you saw, you can get it shipped to New York for $500, which still, even when you factor in that shipping cost, this is still an amazing deal. So if you're in the market for a Dodge Hornet, or if you're in the market for like a Honda CR-V or a Toyota RAV4, and you're thinking about leasing those cars, I think you'll save a lot of money and you'll actually have a much better driving experience with this Dodge Hornet. It's actually based on the Alfa Romeo. It's pretty much the same exact car as an Alfa Romeo Tonale, and I personally am a big fan of this car. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to call it a video. If you have any questions about DriveMatch.com, or if you have any questions about car leasing or about this Dodge Hornet lease or any other lease on DriveMatch, please let me know in the comment section below and I will get back to you. But with that, I'm going to call it a video. Thank you all for watching. Financial knowledge is power. Please like and follow for more.